Hello everyone, Infinity War is finally upon us, and you may be wondering if it was worth 10 years of blockbusters, market homogenization, and thousands of minutes of your life just to see Disney get this far. And after seeing it, I can tell you that yes, it was worth it, absolutely, yes. Mostly. Infinity War is something of an enigma to criticize, as it's simultaneously the most artistically empty yet extraordinarily entertaining films I've ever seen. Truly, it is a product of Disney reaping monstrous rewards on an unprecedented scale, and not something we'll see again. Until the next one. And really, product is the best way to describe Infinity War. It is a treated, controlled, grand, and richly detailed convergence, and clearly the result of many great minds at work. The highest compliment I can pay the film is that despite almost 80 major and minor characters and drawing on 18 films of lore and decades of comics, the screenplay is incredibly tight. Every moment seamlessly flows into one another, moving and drawing you in hypnotically. It's almost infuriatingly smooth, because making this film make sense of all of the material it was drawing on, while also creating its own story, was the greatest challenge that the writers faced. Yet this is its strongest aspect, therefore it's a winner in my book. The fight choreography is often very creative and thrilling and looks fantastic, especially a particular moment when a bunch of heroes are all properly fighting Thanos at once, breaking the stereotype of Marvel movies that they mostly just focus on punches. It also sets up huge grand set pieces with crisp, sugary eye candy, all capped off with lots of sharp dialogue, naturally from the Guardians of the Galaxy, especially Drax, who made the audience in my theater laugh out loud numerous times. And Thanos was a lot better than I expected, boasting an extra layer of depth that wasn't necessary but was definitely appreciated. He's huge, cool, scary, and oddly sympathetic all at the same time. Truly, Infinity War works on many, many levels. But as flowery and sweet and robust as I can make my review sound, and as obvious it is that Disney crafted an exemplary product, I didn't leave the theater with a sense of amazement. Instead, it left me strangely hollow, as it pounds you with scenes that should be emotional, but aren't. That's because Infinity War is, ultimately, a vehicle for pure, raw entertainment, and not a display of the artistry of filmmaking. I think I've made it clear that I super enjoyed the film, but despite its many twists and turns and fun cameos, that's all the movie ends up being: fun and amazing, and not deep. There's nothing left for you to ponder, nothing to reflect on, nothing to challenge you, nothing to engage you. It skips a transparent three-act structure, favoring just one gigantic climax after another, mesmerizing you and captivating you, but never being greater than the sum of its parts. How character deaths were handled is a big part about why I'm saying this, and I'll get into more details about that in a few minutes after I give a more proper spoiler warning. Not that I was expecting an art house flick from Disney on this scale. This movie wasn't directed by David Lynch or Darren Aronofsky or Stanley Kubrick, and you'd be a fool to expect such a thing. But as far as shallow blockbusters go, I think the Russo brothers did a commendable job giving Infinity War as much soul as they could given the format, and they should be really proud of their work. But I question and worry for this film's longevity, because right now we have an achievement, but when a film lacks artistry and relies wholly on the trends of their day without adding anything new, it's often lost to time, and that's my only concern leaving the theater. As for my final score and grade, well, this is why I said it's kind of a hard film to criticize. Infinity War was never going to be some artistic cinematic experiment. It's for family outings and date nights and fun conversations. It's purposefully designed to be something you talk about with everyone, because it was molded not as a piece of expression, but as a capstone to a well-calculated sequence of events, making it feel less like a standalone movie and more like a cultural phenomenon, more like a cultural event that we're all getting rolled out to see. Now let me get into spoilers so I can talk about character deaths. This is a sensitive topic, so I won't be naming names, but listening to the end of this video could spoil the format of the major moments, and I think that would compromise your expectations if you haven't seen it already. Okay? Okay. Most of my gripes come with how character deaths were handled. The first major character death was a great choice. Disney killed off one of the most beloved, mimetic, and popular characters of the film franchise like it was no big deal, and this expertly sets the stage for the rest of the movie. You know characters aren't safe anymore. However, after this, we go a long time before we see another substantial death, and when a particular Guardian of the Galaxy dies, it does have a lot of emotional meaning within the context of the story, as does the death of a particular Avenger near the end, but every other character death felt like a huge cop-out. When Thanos begins to wipe out people indiscriminately, we watch tons of heroes just vanish into dust. To me, this means that only 3 character deaths actually meant something to the plot, and the 30 others were just killed off or spared in a roulette of... how should I put this? Contractual obligations. Considering how tight and fun and awesome Infinity War is, it's a shame that it would end so cheaply and suddenly, leaving us guessing as to when any of it was going to get wrapped up. Ultimately, this movie just snaps its fingers and erases a bunch of faces, and most of it means nothing because real life was writing the plot. Anyway, go see the movie, let me know what you think of it. Thanks for being a nerd with me, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. I do lots of movie reviews and analysis and video essays on lots of random things, plus a top 10 every now and then. I appreciate you listening to me, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you again.